Morning. It's Kate at Kate's Garden Chicken and Cat Rambles, and we're changing out the morning water, and I made a little soft food mash for Laddie. Hey, my chickens, look. Yeah, fresh water. And a treat for you, Laddie. You know what's in the little bowl. You know what's in store. Look, it's soft. You can eat it. Girls, let him have a few moments of it on his own. Get your butts out of the fresh water. Sorry, Laddie, you gotta share it. I know, I'm sorry, you have to share. The water's pretty clean for the morning. Except for the big bowl here where I see we've got some straw and some feathers. Alright, we'll use this to water your peppermint plant. Mooch, or you get wet. Oh, I know. There's just something magical about soft food. That's it. Chase them girls off. That's for you, my laddie. Yeah, you got food all over your face as usual. Don't step in his treat. Come here, laddie. There you go. So, last night, I was going to come out and do his beak, but I realized holding him and doing the top beak, it's just not going to work. Someone's going to have to hold him for me. So I told Paul he needs to come out with me tonight after dark when they're calm and sleeping and it's easy to catch them. We already spent the morning running around trying to catch Luna. She must have hopped the fence. Okay, guys. Mom is going to sit out here and hang with you for a few minutes. I'm all prepared. Look what's in my pocket. A towel to sit on so I don't have to get your poo on me, as your poo is everywhere. I know you like to stand on that. So Mom's prepared. Yeah. She brought her a poo towel and a Dr. Pepper. I so wish I was sponsored by them because this is my drink of choice. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I only have like 52 subscribers, so. I rigged the tripod so it could hold the iPhone. And yeah, this is me first thing in the morning with hat on because this mess is taking forever to grow out this hair. So, what are you doing out there? What are you doing out there, Miss Neve? Oh, I'm sorry. That's Kiva. Well, the way you were standing in the sun, you know, they are identical except for a little bit of the hue, no color. Let me see if you guys can see this. How much food he has on his face. Laddie Roo, Laddie, look. You got a face? Yeah. That poor little cross beak. If I was planning on, breeding him or selling them, I would I probably had to cull him, but I've decided that next spring, whoever seems broody, I'm going to let them hatch a few of the Americana eggs. Because my female Americana is what they call a rare blue Americana. You don't see them a lot. And Laddie has all those beautiful purples and royal blues and beetle green in his feathers. I think they would make stunning little blue babies. This is my morning coffee. I don't drink coffee. I never have. I've never liked it. I think there's only, out of my 6 siblings, 2 of us don't drink coffee. My little sister might sometimes. I did put fresh water in there. Did you have to step on it? You guys got a bowl of food here. It's the exact same thing. The only difference is that it's wet and has some nutritional yeast in it. He's so cute. I gotta spoil him. So, I don't know what kind of story to tell. I've got tons of them, and they can just come out spontaneously, but it's hard to make one just, force one out. What do you think? So, my former mother-in-law used to have chickens, and so I was around them quite a bit. But this is my first personal flock of my own. Let's turn this around. We don't want to look at me. Let's look at some chickens. There we go. Let's look at some chickens. Paul bought me these 6 chicks for my birthday, and which was in April. And I put them in a large dog kennel we have that's like 4 foot by 5 feet. It's huge. It's for a large dog. And put them in my room so I can keep an eye on them because I do have, 8 cats inside the house. I hear you. Are you behind me? Spying? Oh, camera's kind of crooked. But that's my blue Americana. Doesn't show up as well on film, but all this that looks white in her feathers, oh, I pissed her off, is actually light blue. So anywho, let's go back to watching the birds. So he got them for my birthday. They were a couple days old. And this is them. I've said it before, but Laddie Roo, who was eating, because that's his favorite thing to do, was the most beautiful of the chicks. And from the get-go was going to be the head hen, the top hen of the crowd. And he turned out to be a rooster. That explains his bossiness, huh? So, I've got 2 of the silver lace Wyandottes. This is Una. I don't know where her sister went. I have 2 of the Brahmas. That's Kiva. She's a little bit darker red. Her sister Neve's behind us. I'm not gonna. She's a little bit blonder and a little bit more broad in the shoulders. But as you can tell, if you can tell, the Brahmas are as big as a rooster. Laddie Roo, he might get a little bigger. He's got those slate gray legs. He is an Americana. But these Brahmas are going to be much bigger than him. So he may still try to mate with them, And I'll collect the eggs every day. So even if they're fertilized, it's not going to make a big deal. I just don't want them to try to raise any chicks this winter. Though the Farmer's Almanac says there's a chance we're going to have a cold, icy winter. Like I said in a previous video, Delaware just, we're the very top edge of the Mid-Atlantic. So we don't get New England type climate, and we don't get the Carolinas, Southern Virginia type climate. We are pretty mild. But of course, we're the second smallest state, and we live on a peninsula. So when you're surrounded by water, which is 2 bays in the ocean, you tend to, that kind of thwarts a lot of weather systems, except for nor'easters. And so this summer was super hot all around the country. I'm in the United States, on the East Coast in Delaware, and all these birds are designed to tolerate the cold really well. The heat moderately. So I wanted a big open air coop for the summer. I wanted them to be safe, but even at night, I didn't want them closed into a box, even with little vent windows, because like the other morning, it gets so humid here, rarely do we have humidity under 60%. That's like the lowest we ever have. Like the other morning, Tuesday morning maybe, Paul has been riding his motorcycle to work. And so he comes home at 8, gets off at 8, and he comes in, and I'm awake. I just haven't come out to do anything yet. I mean, they were out, but I still need to do their morning water and all that stuff. And he's like, man, if you got anything you're working on or building, it's nice outside. And I came outside thinking, okay. It was not nice. Maybe it was nice if you're going down the highway at 65 miles an hour on the motorcycle. I bet it felt really nice and cool. But it was like Florida swamps out here. It was so humid. And that's one thing that, people are like, oh, go out in the early morning, it's the coolest. No, because at 85% humidity and 85 degrees, it's like being in the Florida swamp. The air is really still, it's heavy, it's sticky. Mosquitoes are worse than they are in the evening. But anyway, we're sitting inside their dog kennel run. It's 5 by 15. We had the option of making it 5 by 15 or 10 by 10. I wanted it longer and narrower. I felt I could, that way I could make one end a 5 by 5 by 5 square coop, which gives them plenty of space for just 6 chickens. A little extra, but because I have the 2 Brahmas, I kind of count them as a chicken and a half in the space they're going to need. We have a 3-compartment nest box that Paul built. He bought, I'm sorry. And then on the other side of that in the corner, let's see if I can show that. Back there in that corner is about 14 by 14. And I'm going to put a little roof on that and make that one a larger nesting box for the Brahmas. Because though they can get into these 12 by 12 inch nesting boxes, when they're full size, I think you're going to have trouble getting in there and turning around. But we'll see. Chickens like to stuff themselves in small places. Look ahead, little beak. You got food all over your face. How can you breathe? Yeah. Wipe it off. Well, why don't you dip it in the water and then wipe it off? Now see, now you got dirty straw stuck to your nose. You're going to stick that sticky beak in that dry food, aren't you? Yeah. What you're going to do? So, I'll lower this and show you where the girls are. One of their favorite places. Probably their absolute favorite place. I'll put this back on them while I chatter. While I ramble about nothing. I'm just struggling with what kind of story to tell. Oh, come on, legs. Why do you always gotta have one leg that looks to be difficult? Or maybe the difficulty is the fact that I suck at technical equipment. Oops, yeah, that's just me and my hat. But there, underneath the floor of their coop, that's where they like to hang. Hey, girls. So anyway, the chickens are cathartic. It gives me something other than my cats to talk to and care for. And it will pay off with eggs. Yes, we eat a lot of eggs. Paul is keto. I am not what I call professional keto or perfect keto. We don't eat a lot of carbs. We don't eat, but I do. If I want a grilled cheese, I'm going to have a grilled cheese. I'm just not, I'm a little more well-rounded in, I don't eat a lot of carbs, I don't eat a lot of bread, but, I do enjoy some potatoes, and I do enjoy sugar. And, I spent good portions of my 53 years denying myself something I wanted. Whether I was trying to avoid sugar or denying myself peace of mind or independence, letting myself become too wrapped up in so wrapped up in my partners that I lost my own identity and suffered some abuses. Many of them mental, which has just as profound an effect as the abuses that are physical. Turn this back around. There we go. Look at Laddie's beautiful feathers. He's like, I'm going to stretch out here in the sun. Oops. Oops. Sorry about the tilting. I've still got one of the tripod legs that is wanting to telescope out further than I want it. So this is my tripod that doesn't really have a mount for the iPhone. I rigged something between the iPhone and that little helmet mount. What are you doing there, Laddie? Is that comfy? I'm assuming he's just napping. You're not falling down and dying, are you? I don't know if you can see from this angle, but where I'm sitting, he's got some beautiful purples in that beetle green tail of his. But just look at, is you comfy that way? This is the blue Americana. She's eating what he didn't eat. I think he just ate a lot. His tummy's full. Oh. You have to lay down? Yeah? He's like, my tummy and my crop are so full. Now I'm gonna sit down. He does this a lot during the day. He'll sit here or lay here by the door when the girls are on the side. Kind of like him protecting them. The Brahmas and the Wyandottes are back behind me under their coop. But so anyway, you can see Chaos. He's out there. He could just hop over the fence, but he's so old. He's such a sweet kitty, though. What's up, Brolin? What's up, Brolin? She's gonna go mess with Laddie. You're gonna wipe your beak off on him? That's rude. Talk about loving your woman. She doesn't need a napkin. She just wipes her mouth off on you. You're so pretty. And I so don't want him, you know. Some people might laugh, but I always feel so bad when I'm giving them treats out of the palm of my hand, because he loves to eat out of my palm of my hand, but because of his crooked beak and the way the top one hooks down like that, he just can't. And he wants it so bad. That's why I make some soft food for him. I need to go get some more apple cider vinegar, because I usually ferment it with some apple cider vinegar 24 hours or sometimes a couple days. But this was just mixed up this morning. And there he goes. They're so cute when they flop down. He was one of those little baby chicks that would like totally stretch out their legs and their little wings and just sleep on his stomach. It almost looked like he was dead. A couple times I'm like, oh my God, something's wrong with my chick. No, he was just all stretched out sleeping. He's got lots of personality and he's sweet and he's on guard. All the girls are back here safe. Sometimes he joins their little dog pile post-snack nap, but often the Chaos is out there. He likes the cat, but he's staying out here and staying alert. The shade cloth, I keep on their coop the whole time. It's in shade now. It's getting some morning sun at that end, and then when the sun gets around noon above us, I will lift up and pin that a little higher. It's got little clips on the bottom, so they can always see out, and they got plenty of airflow. It lets the air come in. But I mentioned in a video yesterday that you see this corner, which is, it's a good 3 feet, and the other 2 feet of the door. I do believe I'm going to bring their food barrel in, and in one corner I'm going to stack bedding materials, and I'm going to, get some mounts to put a shelf in there for stuff that I can use, and I'm going to make a little rudimentary wall with the chicken wire, so when the door is closed, it'll be open on this end, but during the day until late night, I leave that door open like that, so that will make a little bit of a wall so they can't get in there and make a mess and poop all over everything. But as chickens, they will, I'm sure, figure out a way. But I think I am going to do a winter bed just outside the coop entrance here. for my kitty cat. I've got all the stuff to do it. I think that will make him happier this winter. He can be outside, he can be warm, he can have some companionship with the birds. I do have a couple naughty indoor cats I keep threatening I'm going to throw them outside because they're just, God, they can just be such assholes sometimes. But anyway, that's just some rambling about my chickens and just experimenting with this little tripod setup. Paul did order me today. It's a tripod, but it's also got bendable legs, so I can like hang it and keep it from being pecked at by chickens. But I'm hoping that shows the purple. Shows some of the purple in him. Like right there. You're so beautiful. We're just admiring you. All right, say bye, Laddie Roo. Mama's gonna say bye. Like and subscribe. Thanks. There's all the girls back there. Don't peck my Dr. Pepper. Say bye, ladies. They're so beautiful. I love my chickens.